Hello, welcome to Chris's Granite Paradise. Today we're going to be talking about the bell tower. This is one of the newer sculptures. It's actually a combination of two older ones that I took apart and used to build this one. A friend of mine from the Rock Club here in Fort Collins, Alan, built me a version of this windchime years ago. I modified it a little bit, made it a little bigger to hang in here. If there's any breeze at all, it really makes some beautiful sound. Thank you, and a good shout out to Alan. The rocks here are also as a result of a very blessed friendship I've had with Grant, who now lives in San Diego. He's also from the Rock Club here. And over the last several years, I've flown to San Diego to visit he and his wife. They're lifelong friends of ours. I shouldn't say lifelong, but for 25 years or so. And so I've mailed back to myself 15 large flat rate boxes. Plus he's mailed me probably 5 or 6 of them anyway, if not more than that. And plus the big ones I brought back in my checked bags on those flights that I mentioned. So the bell tower is literally full of rocks from sunny San Diego. Let me back up so you can get a wider view of the sculpture. Again, as I mentioned, this is one of the newer ones. It's also the first one that I moved out onto the grass. I've always told people that my grass is sacred and I don't want to invade it, but there was no place left to build one this big. Let me give you a few statistics. This sculpture is 10 feet tall, averages 55 inches wide. Some places a little over 6 feet, some places a little under, but the average is that. It weighs 17,150 pounds. This is based off of measuring the pieces and the number of pieces and by how much the average piece weighs and that kind of thing. So 17,150 pounds. To give you guys an idea, to ship this thing, if you rent U-Haul's 10-foot truck, basically a 10-foot box van, their capacity is 2,800 pounds is what I found online. And I know because we've used that kind of truck to bring a lot of this granite. So this is almost 6.5 maxed out 10-foot trucks. 409 pieces. Some of those pieces are the base, which is buried underground. But the majority of them are rectangular. They're from rectangular sinks, like kitchen sinks and bathroom vanity sinks that are rectangular in shape. These were all cut by hand, and most granite shops don't do it this way anymore. But what I would do is I would drill the 4 corners with a diamond bit. That's where you get those round cutouts out of each corner. So each one has 4 of those. So there's 1,636, what would you call those? The cores, the little piece of stone that's inside the drill bit when you're done. And they're piled around here in the form of gravel, along with millions of other ones. So just some interesting math. 409 pieces. They weigh anywhere from 15 to 50 pounds each. Those of you familiar with the granite business, you know that lighter colored synthetic stones, such as the white quartz, as we call it, weigh less. And then, of course, black, any kind of black granite weighs a lot more. So some of these darker, bigger pieces weigh maybe even over 50 pounds. But the average, again, is actually 18 pounds a square foot, is what we've always said is an industry average. I estimated when I was in the business, of course I was in the business for 26 years, and about 14 of those years is what it took to collect this number of pieces. And I averaged 20 minutes to cut one out. So not including setting the piece up or marking it out or measuring or anything like that, but actually turning the grinder on and cutting. This, again, that average changes. You know, if lighter, softer materials may be a little faster, and some of the ones that are actually real quartz or agate, believe it or not, we have cut agate and jasper slabs. Some of those took well over an hour to do. But let's say an average of 20-25 minutes. At 20 minutes, it gives us 137 hours. That's me standing there with the grinder actually sinking the blade into the stone. That's no measuring, that's no double checking, none of that. It's just actual cut time. So 3.5 full-time weeks. If you were to already have everything laid out, that's how long it would take a guy to cut these out. I'm just walking around to give you guys some different angles so you can, because with the sun, it's beautiful with the shadows. I actually did this video like 20 minutes ago, but it was cloudy, so I decided to make it again because the sun came out. Actual material used in this. Get over here. Get a little different angle. So the actual material in this is 953 square feet of granite. Again, as I said, at 18 pounds per square foot. Any of you who are in the granite business, you'll probably be aware that an average full granite slab yields about 60 usable feet, 60 square feet. So that gives us a total of 16 full slabs to make this sculpture. If you didn't have the 14 years to collect all the pieces and move them around 15 times and sort them for thickness and size and everything, if you were to just go in and order, let's say somebody gave you a smoking deal and charged you $40 a square foot, that would still be $38,000 just for material. On just this one sculpture. And again, I'm curious to do the math on the rest of these. I'm going to do video by video. This is eye-opening to me. I had no idea until I started doing the math. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed and that you come see this in person someday. I do have a taller ladder. Please don't think that I that I somehow got on top of that to build this. I have a taller one. I just didn't want it to fill up the view. So again, thank you for joining. Please like, subscribe, share. Anyone you know who's in the art world, recycled art, reclaimed art, sculpture building, stonework, etc., they might like these. Thank you again.